taste of autumn, I think, this week. Quite a shock to the system after last week's Indian summer. But there's been a lack of summer sunshine across the central and eastern Mediterranean this weekend. And in Athens, just overnight, we've had over an inch of rain falling. And it's very unsettled indeed, and it's set to stay that way. Or at least it is across Eastern Europe. That area of low pressure, that cloud, is swirling northwards, and it's coming across some quite cold air for parts of Scandinavia, the west of Russia, which means we're expecting some snowfall during Tuesday and Wednesday in Moscow. A real sign winter is on the way. At the same time, after a relatively dry weekend in Iberia, it's set to turn very unsettled midweek. Not just Iberia either, but many parts of France too in the western Mediterranean. Now, our rain is starting to show signs of coming in across the Irish radar, as you can see here, and it will turn more persistent through Northern Ireland and western Scotland later on this afternoon. But elsewhere, although it's largely cloudy, it's actually quite bright and dry for most of us out and about. There'll be a few glimpses of the sun up in the Northern Isles, eastern Scotland, the south coast, especially the Channel Islands, but equally we've got one or two light showers around just recently up in Buckinghamshire and down along the south coast. But if you do see some sunshine, 18 is on the cards in the south, 15 in the north with more cloud. And not falling away too much tonight, 5 or 6 the low, but out in the west much milder, because here that blanket of cloud will be strolling in off the Atlantic, the rain becoming more persistent in many other parts of Scotland and fringing into the western side of England and Wales too, not to mention a few showers down the North Sea coast. But for Northern Ireland tomorrow, it looks like a pretty miserable day, overcast with outbreaks of rain, a brisk southeasterly wind, and it's a very similar picture indeed for Scotland. So quite a different day to today. In fact, quite a different day for other western fringes of England and Wales. More cloud here, 1 or 2 showers too rolling in off the North Sea. But I think for East Wales and central parts of England, we could see a little bit more sunshine coming through than today, and perhaps some of that drier weather edging a little bit further north into southern Scotland. Now, temperatures look much the same as today's, 15 to 17 generally, but it's going to start to feel colder tomorrow because we start to pick up a southeasterly wind. In fact, an easterly wind later in the week, and you can see that that's quite a brisk wind, and we're picking up that cold air off Scandinavia, so we will see a notable drop in temperature. The good thing is that those easterly winds will push away our weather fronts, so Wednesday and Thursday are looking drier, as you can see from the forecast for the next few days. A lot more sunshine around by Wednesday and Thursday. Still a few showers in the east as we'd expect with an easterly wind, but it doesn't last because by Friday it looks like we'll see more rain rolling in off the Atlantic, and that could be quite heavy, I should say, Anna.